It's Travis here, Guns Link, doing a video I never really quite planned on making until yesterday. I was at a couple of my gun stores doing my rounds of all the gun stores on Saturday, and I kind of got offended a little bit, so I just wanted to just trying to do a quick video for the women out there that are looking to get into carrying a concealed weapon or just target shooting for fun. There was a lady in one of these gun stores that she was there by herself, which I give her credit for. That's an intimidating thing to walk into a gun store and not really know anything about what you're after, what you want, and to be able to trust the people behind the counter. And she was looking at, it was a little gun. It was something very similar to this. This is a Sky CPX2 9mm pistol, and so she asked to see the gun. Guy behind the counter obviously makes sure it's clear, locks the slide back, and hands it to the lady. Most gun stores do this. That way you can visually inspect, make sure the pistol is clear that you're getting. Well, she gets it in her hands, and she doesn't know how to get the slide to go back forward. She really wants to know how to operate the pistol. The question she was asking, the guy basically took the pistol back from her, put it back in the case, said, after he got the drift that this was going to be her first pistol and possibly a concealed carry pistol, took her down, a couple of cases down, and pulled out a revolver. And it was a snub-nosed revolver, some hammerless little revolver. I stuck around because I wanted to hear what the guy was going to say, because it's a pet peeve of mine to have guys behind the counter at gun stores tell women that they're destined to shoot a revolver. And he said his reasoning for handing her a revolver was because they're real simple. They don't take a lot of strength. It's a point-and-shoot application. You just push one lever down, cylinder comes out, you load it up with your 5 or 6 rounds, put the cylinder back in, and you're out shooting. Well, okay, that's true. A revolver is a pretty mindless gun. Doesn't take any strength to hold and shoot a revolver. But he basically just told this woman that she was stupid and weak. And that I have a problem with. There's a lot of women out there that shoot competitions, and they're shooting automatics. They're shooting their Glocks and Springfields and SIGs without problem. If he would have just taken that lady and never showed her the revolver, because obviously the little pistol that she picked out that she wanted to see, there's something that drew her attention to it. If he would have just taken her and showed her the proper way of racking a gun, which I'm going to use a bigger pistol here to show. If he would have just taken her back over and even gotten out a bigger pistol, just so it was easier for her to operate, and showed her the proper way, this is how you rack an automatic firearm, an automatic pistol. You take your hand, and you palm it just like you're going to grab it. No fingers on the trigger or anywhere near the trigger. Just cover the trigger guard. Second hand up top. And you push your hands together. This right here, that technique takes a lot of the finger strength required to pull back the slide. You hand a lot of women, I've seen a lot of women in gun stores, a lot of women at gun shows, friends I've handed guns to shoot. You hand them a gun, and a lot of guys do this too. They just point the gun out like that. That's how guys do it. You hand it to a woman that has, noticeably smaller hands. Obviously, women's fingers are not going to be as strong as most men's, and until you get used to shooting guns and racking slides a whole lot, you take a gun and you hand it to a woman who's never really held a pistol before. And you hand it to her and tell her to rack it. She's going to stick her arms straight out like this. And she's going to be trying to pull back on it or doing something funky. If he would have taught that woman, simple technique, all you have to do is stick your palm there. You shouldn't even do that. There's almost no strength required with that. A lot of your finger strength, you're pushing them together, you're using both your arms. You're not just trying to pull a slide back, which can be really difficult on a lot of guns. That little technique right there. Ladies, if you end up with a revolver because that's what you want, perfect. If you end up with a revolver because that's what you were told was best for you, that's what I'm not cool with. Revolvers are great. A lot of men and a lot of women choose to carry them. But a lot of women are told to carry them because that's what they can handle. That's what they can shoot. It's simple. It's mindless. It's point and shoot. Well, this CPX2 right here, it's a little gun. This is my wife's gun. It's a point and shoot gun. There's no manual safety on this. The safety on this is the trigger. It has an extremely long trigger pull. So this can go on her side, in her purse, in the holster for it, and don't have to worry about it accidentally going off or any of that. It's a lot of new guns are point and shoot. It's not just revolvers that are point and shoot. This Springfield, this is my carry gun, an XD45. You have this beaver tail safety. Your palm has to have that pushed in. Clear it, because you can't ever be too safe. It's empty. Push that in. And then you also have a trigger safety. So these two safeties have to be pulled. One safety doesn't work if you can't, if I'm not pushing on, but together they work. Most new guns, Glocks, some of the new Springfields I believe are eliminating, or not Springfields, it's the Springfield, some of the new Smith & Wessons eliminated manual thumb safeties. So you're not destined to shoot. It's not because you're too weak to rack a gun. That has nothing to do with it. That's just a common myth that a lot of guys believe that women have to shoot a revolver if they want to carry something. It's just simple. I like capacity. I like to be able to load up my Springfield with this is a shorter one. This holds 10+1. I never carry extra mags on my belt unless I'm going into the heart of the city or something, and I feel like I might want to have a little extra. But I feel comfortable holding 11 rounds. So it's a lot better than 5 or 6 as far as I'm concerned. And I can't stand hearing the guys behind the counter recommend revolvers for women. It's just simply not true. Women, you're just as capable of shooting this as any guy out there. Manipulating it, handling it, drawing it to shoot. You're just as capable. Don't let some guy tell you. And if you're in the market for a gun, I recommend you go to a shooting range that sells guns and rents guns. A lot of times if you end up buying a gun from them, they'll put that towards the purchase of your firearm. So you can go there, rent 5, 6, 7 guns, shoot 3 different kinds of revolvers and 3 different kinds of calibers, get automatics and all sorts of stuff. Find out what you're comfortable shooting. A lot of the range masters at indoor ranges that I've been to, outdoor ranges, the range masters are generally really friendly. They're out there to make sure you're shooting safe, and they're there to ask questions too. So if you're at a shooting facility and you have a question about a particular gun, just leave it sitting on the bench, call the range master over, and they'll be more than happy to show you how to shoot it properly, safely. If you have any questions like that, this is if you're doing it by yourself and you don't have someone to go with you that obviously knows anything about firearms. But like this particular woman I'm talking about yesterday, she probably would go shoot for the first time by herself, which is kudos to her. A lot of women that do that, cool. Keep on. That means you're showing an interest in something that a lot of guys wish their wives showed an interest in. So it takes a lot of courage to walk in and ask to rent a gun and buy some ammunition for a gun and go out there and shoot a gun for the very first time by yourself. It's intimidating for most men to do that. It's just, you just have that fear of doing something stupid. Ask for help. That's what the guys are there for. Ask them to show you how the operating system works. Again, if you can rack it properly, perfect. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about choosing your gun. Other than that, if you're a woman or a man watching this video and you're looking for a gun to buy and stick on your hip and carry and protect your life with in the horrible circumstance that you may ever need to use your carry gun to save your life or a loved one, before you put that gun in your purse or on your hip or somewhere on your body, shoot the snot out of it. Learn its strong points, its weak points, what kind of ammo it likes, what kind of ammo it doesn't like. You get a brand new gun from the factory, brand new guns have defects. Be a burr somewhere on the slide, on the feed ramp. Magazine lips could be pushed together, spread apart a little bit funkily. New guns can come with problems. So shoot the gun. I don't put anything on my body or my wife's body that we each haven't personally shot 500 to 600 times. I owned this gun when it came out brand new, and I didn't put it on my hip for about 3 months because I just shot a couple hundred rounds here and there through it over the course of 3 months until I think I put about 600 rounds through this thing before I put it on me. I wanted to know that it was going to function when I needed it to function. So when you do find that perfect gun for you, shoot it. And then shoot it some more, and then I recommend at least once a month. Go and shoot it again, run another 100 to 200 rounds through it once a month. You don't got to worry about shooting a gun out and putting so many rounds through it that it's just not going to work anymore. Guns are designed to be shot thousands of times without malfunctions and without needing to replace parts. So typically if you run this pistol right here, I haven't changed anything in this pistol, and I continue to shoot this 200 to 300 times, 200 to 300 rounds per month through this. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds through this pistol. I haven't changed the recoil spring, firing pin spring. I hadn't changed out the sear. Well, I guess it really isn't the hammer. This is no parts in this gun I've ever changed. It's guns you don't have to worry about. The more you use it, the more likely it is it's going to break. The less you use it, the more likely it is you're going to make it malfunction. Whether it's gripping it incorrectly, doing soft grips, not letting the gun recoil itself. So please don't just buy a brand new gun and throw it in your purse or throw it on your hip. Shoot it again, and continue to shoot it at least once a month. Because shooting and knowing your gun is something that does fade away. It's not like riding a bike. So enough about that type of babbling. No matter how true it is, it wouldn't be a Gunsling video without me doing a mag dump. So I think I'm going to load up my wife's CPX2 9mm and run a mag through that for you guys. So let me load this bad boy up, and I'll see you outside. Alright, YouTube, I'm outside. I'm going to get my ears on. The wife's CPX2 9mm Sky pistol. She is not carrying this, if you're wondering, because she is unlucky enough to have to be in a communist state right now, California, on business. So I am lucky enough to get to play with this again, because I initially bought this for me, brought it home, started shooting it a bunch, and she came out, she wanted to shoot it, and after that I haven't been able to get my hands on it. She's been the only one shooting this pistol. So let's go ahead and do the mag dump. As always, stay safe, keep your gun pointed in a safe direction, shoot your gun, shoot it some more, and know it. If you got any questions or comments, let me know. Just leave them down there in the comment section, and if you like my video, subscribe, like it, and I'll continue to make as many videos as possible. Thanks, YouTube.